Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. This is going to be a follow-up to the other Skylanders video since my last one kind of ran into a little issue because iMovie kind of acted up and I cut the third bit way too freaking short. But when I uploaded it, it strangely had no comments, which is kind of odd for my channel because usually I just type not for kids and then upload it, and usually there's comments. But this time I had to literally look for it because YouTube just did a little oopsie on me. So after 19 minutes, I actually put on the comments just to address that little issue. I also noticed that, never mind, I thought I was going on something. But this could be a continuation of the Skylanders video before that, which is just every roster ranked, but this is in depth this time. So I'll go over all the 6 rosters and from why I fucking hated them to why they're my favorite. But before we go on with that, I'd like to explain to you that you can watch my earlier videos. I'm just letting you know that. There is a couple that I'm a little ashamed of, like the one where I looked like, oh fuck, there goes the damn echoing. Where I looked like fucking Buffalo Bill in the fucking, my basement. Then there's actually a lot of my earlier ones are fucking weird. I should probably do a looking back on like the first 2 videos I did because they're fucking weird. I rewatched my first video. That one's a fucking travesty. We can cover that though. But let's go on to the list. So we're going to go on from number 6, which was actually Superchargers. I only like 2 characters in that whole roster. Everybody else was ass. If it was Chop Chops did fucking No. Chop Chops did Roller Brawl. That would have been better, but the Undead only was just a freaking nightmare. They got a stupid holiday and then fucking they brought back Roller Brawl. Give me a fucking minute. This damn echoing's pissing me off. So yeah. So not really anything I liked in that fucking roster. The only 2 characters I did like was High Volt and Astro Blast. A Light Element and a Tech Element. Everybody else was fucking terrible. All the repos, all the supercharged reposes were terrible too. Also, it really did not capture anything good about any of the characters. I only like those 2 because at least they looked cool, and that was it. I don't have legendary Astro Blast, but I actually do like them. But let's go on to number 5 before I fucking lollygag any longer, which was Imaginators. This one, it was literally the most forgettable roster. Superchargers is number 2 because I didn't really give a shit about that game. But Imagineers, I actually like that game because you can create your own Skylanders basically. But the fact that I can't even remember any of the damn senseis except for Starcast and Astro Blast, and maybe Crash Bandicoot, Dr. Neo Cortex, Dr. Crankcase, Chain Reaction, Robo, Wildstorm. Actually, I can remember a couple, but it's pretty fucking forgettable when you're not paying attention. They're not really memorable either. You got a couple good looking characters, but they're kind of overshadowed by the rest of the shit. So, I think I would only have gotten... the only character I truly liked from that roster was probably Crash Bandicoot, without the fact that if I needed any of them. Say I didn't need any of them and I only wanted them, Crash Bandicoot would be the only one I'd have. Fucking nose is runny. Shouldn't be like that because it's really good weather out. Usually my nose just runs when there's a drastic change in temperature. But let's go to the 4th one, which was Trap Team. This one I got a lot I like and a lot I really fucking despise. This is also the first gimmick Skylanders I really started not liking, because I'll give you a heads up, Swap Force and Giants were actually the ones where I liked playing as the gimmick ones. But in Trap Team, I think the fact that you have to have them to open Elemental Gauge made me not like them even more. Because for the Undead one, you have Crypt King and you got the Circumcised guy. I don't like that guy, but the only Undead element I actually do like, if we're not counting minis, is fucking Crypt King. I don't like the fact that they literally made minis. It's fucking stupid. Like, you could have, you know, brought the fucking roster up a bit. But nope, they had to insist. There was only 5 reposes. There was none for Tech, Earth, or Undead. which could have been Trigger Happy, Terrafin, and Undead, and Chop Chop. Even though Prison Break could have actually had a more potent chance, because he could have just been a tower type of guy. That would have been cool to have like a WoW POW based off his crystal summoning ability. But beyond that, you got a couple of good characters, and then you got the rest that are complete dog shit. You got most of the gimmick characters, which are ass. I think Water is probably the only one that has both of them being good. I only got Kaboom for some fucking reason, because I barely remember. He looks like He-Man, but feels a fucking porn star or something. Weird ass fit, I'll tell you that. Even though, like, unlike SWAT Force, the characters that are ass in Trap Team are actually ass. Like, they're terrible looking. You do not want them one bit. The lighting fucking weird on my head. Yeah, number 3 is Giants. I actually do remember the list. I didn't have to write it down this time. So in Giants, I had to actually put this one a little lower than I usually would because of nostalgia, you know. But the fact that they only had 16 new characters, and again, actually not many of them were ass technically. Chill was terrible. I didn't like Hot Dog. I don't like Ninjini. Yeah, there's only 3 characters that are actually ass. But that's not really their fault. But added to 16, all of them are fucking good. You got Shroom Boom, you got Fry Rider, you got Pop Fizz, you got Jetvac, okay, you got Pop Fizz, Jetvac, Shroom Boom, Fright Rider, Flashwing, Sprocket, and every single giant except for the Genie. Those are all really good characters. But yeah, I think the roster's pretty good. Most of it's Series 2s. That one's extremely debatable among myself. I'm like, why not a Series 2 Dino Ring instead of fucking Bash? Why not a Series 2 Wham Shell instead of Zap? Why not a Series 2 Boomer instead of fucking Drobot? Why not a Series 2 fucking Voodoo instead of Wrecking Ball? I can just go on with that shit all day, but to be more there's no damn word I'm trying to come up with. But for number 2, we're going to go with SWAT Force. This one grew on me a bit because of the vastness of the roster, because I looked at the Earth one and I was like, that is absolute perfection. Because usually, for every single game until after Trap Team, the Earth roster was nearly perfect. Except for fucking Head Rush. She kind of ruined the whole thing. But everybody else is fucking perfect. And even the SWAT Force, this is the only game where I like every single gimmick character. Even the crappy ones like Fire Kraken and Freeze Blade. Those 2 are just majorly ass and I still like them. Washbuckler's kind of overrated. It kind of seems oversaturated for me because I don't really like to play as them. But I'll give you the fact that SWAT Force is... Oh, fucking sneeze. I'm just telling you, I don't have any fucking allergies, just in case. I'm just trying to talk about this. I think I'm just sick. But yeah, SWAT Force is actually pretty good. Most of the new characters are fucking awesome. All the gimmick ones are great. The ones that do come back are mostly good choices. For the water element, they somehow made Chill actually in a good position. They got Wham Shell as a light core, which I literally went out and got. And then they brought back Yogurt, because who doesn't like Yogurt? I think maybe instead of Chill, they could have had Slam Bam or Wham Shell, but I guess they just went with it. Hey, plus it's a good position, so Chill isn't stuck with 3 shitty poses and just one better one. You got the Fire one, you got Hot Dog, which I think is a fucking travesty. You could have had Igniter or Flame Slinger, or even Sunburn. I would have been fine with that. But then there's Eruptor, which you wouldn't. And then there's for Earth, which was perfect. I'd have no complaints about that damn roster. You got Air, which had Whirlwind and Jetvac. Maybe a fucking... Tornado came back to fucking like, or having him as a Series 2 would be fucking weird. You got you got Stealth Elf and fucking Camo. They could have had a Series 3 Stump Smash and a Light Core Zook. That would have been cool. But I can understand the fact they're trying to get all their life elements as fucking Series 2s. Okay. What the fuck's wrong with me? I'm a fucking grape. But yeah, they also did that pretty good. They, with Undead, they brought back Cinder and fucking Chop Chop. That's pretty good because Chop Chop's the best Undead character, and Cinder's basically a Spyro original, so why not? Maybe they could have brought back Ghost Roaster or Fright Rider. And then for tech, you got Trigger Happy and a mistake of Sprocky, because their Series 2 looks terrible. You could have brought back Boomer or Drill Sergeant, but nope, let's go bring back Sprocket. Okay, my fucking legs are getting hot. But for Magic, they did a perfect one with Spyro and Popus. They could have brought back a Voodoo or Double Trouble. They could have dual one Double Trouble, I'll give you that. I don't know about Wrecking Ball though. For fucking... Yeah, I think it covered all the elements. They're all pretty good characters in general, and I think the mechanics are good. The over in dungeons in the game after Giants is just fucking ass. Because Giants was like... Giants is the only gimmick Skylander game where you get 100% it without getting any of the fucking gimmick Skylanders. Or at least with one. Because... Never mind, fuck. So with number 1, of course, the Spyro's fucking Adventure, because who didn't see that shit coming? This is the original 32, and I really can't fucking knock any of the characters, because as fucking Crash of the Skylands said, out of all them 32, at least one of them is somebody's favorite. I can't bash Zap, I can't bash Bash, obviously. I can't talk shit about Hex, even though she's actually the worst character in the fucking game. You can't talk crap about Sunburn, because there's people who really want him to have a repose. He would have been good as a light core. You can't talk shit about Stealth Elf or Camo. You can't talk shit about fucking Sonic Boom. Or you just can't talk shit about any of them. But I actually prefer most of them. The only ones I actually don't like is Hex, Zap. Yeah, that's probably fucking it. I'm trying to think about it, but I'm actually fond of every other character. Except for fucking Stealth Elf, because she's a good character, but she doesn't really have a range to move, so she gets her ass beat by every fucking character in the game. But other than that, it's actually a pretty solid game. I think if it was 5 characters instead of 4, I would have been way more behind it if they had like the Giants characters or something that would balance it out, you know? Because the air element was actually very underwhelming until fucking Jetpack came around. But that's my video. Sorry if it felt like I was just in my own fucking head most of the time. I really couldn't think about what to fucking say. And, I kind of had way too many fucking setbacks. And at this point, I don't really know what to say. I hope you have a great week and that you enjoy my videos. I'm kind of befunkled about how my own videos are supposed to go. Make sure to comment down what videos you want, because at this point, I'm kind of being deadly serious. I'm starting to run out of ideas. I got like maybe 1 or 2 left. There's a couple videos I can actually make due to the fact that fucking something else happens. But I could try thinking about something. It takes your 2 final brain cells to click together for me to make a damn video. But I'm just gonna let you off of here. You don't have to fucking watch anymore. I'm not grabbing your fucking attention. And I'm ending the